Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the introduction video for Orffin Blues. I want to start here with the notation because we all play this exact same part for the A section. So I want you guys to learn the A section together. I also want you to start to understand the breakdown of the A section. It's a blues. It's a 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1. Your teachers can talk to you about that blues structure as you go along. Also, what I want you to do is, if you need to, I want you to work on notating or writing the notes of the melodies for each of your parts. I don't have the notes here, but I'm going to be singing them. I want you to listen to the A section of Orffin Blues. Follow along with me. First, we have 4 Ds. When I say 4 Ds, I don't mean 4 Ds in a row. I mean 4 groupings of the D, 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 C, D. And remember, we're going to sing a lot. Am I a vocalist? No! But am I going to sing? Absolutely. Are you a vocalist? Probably so. I'm sure you're a better singer than me. But we're all going to be singing. So during this video, first watch and listen. And eventually, I want you singing along as well. So you should be able to see my screen. I'm going to circle the notation as I go along. Listen to the pattern. Here I go. And remember, don't worry about this cut time. I'm going to be filling it in 2. Your teachers will help you. You can fill it and play it in 4, but I'm going to be filling it in 2. Bum, 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 bum. And throughout this video, I'm going to flex the tempo a little bit. I'm never going to get faster. Sometimes I'll slow down to accent some certain parts I really want you to focus on and hear, okay? Yes, we're going to practice with the metronome during our actual video of practicing the parts. But here, it's just going to be me and you. Here we go. A section. Everybody learn this part. Here we go. D, 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 C, D. Second time. D, 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 C, D. Third time. D, 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 C, D. 4 times. D, 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 C, D. 2 G's. G, 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 F, G again. G, 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 F, G. 2 D's. D, 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 C, D again. D, 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 C, D. 1 A, G, A. 1 G, 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 F, G. 2 D's. D, 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 C. I'm slowing down. I've got D, 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 C, D. Okay. Let that process for a bit. So watch. I'm going to help you to make this easy on your brain. I'm going to break this into different parts. The first section is 4 Ds. D, D, D. Count with me, please. D, 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 C, D. Number 2. D, 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 C, D. Number 3. D, 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 C, D. Number 4. D, 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 C, D. And then we go to 2 G's. G, 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 F, G again. G, 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 F, G. Then we go back to 2 D's. D, 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 C, D again. D, 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 C, D. We jump to 1 A, G, A, G, 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 F, G. 2 D's. D, 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 C, D again. D, 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 C, D. When we're playing this, the trick is to look ahead. When you're playing your last grouping of D, 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 C, D, I want you to be looking at your G. So when you're on your low D and C's, I want you looking at your G. So when you are ready to go from that last D, 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 C, D to the G, you jump ahead. But I want you to move your eyes first, right? So let's pretend we have a xylophone. Here's the D, 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 C, D. I'm going to move my eyes to the G. Watch. D, 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 C, D. I'm looking already. D, 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 D. Think about that G. Here I go. G, 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 F. Okay, stop. Watch it again. When you're on that D, think ahead. Look ahead. You're going to need this technique. Look ahead. Here's the last D, 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 C, D, the fourth in the first grouping of the pattern. D, 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 C, D. Here we go. G, 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 F, G. Okay. And be thinking about what's coming up next. So we have 4 Ds. Say 4 Ds. 2 Gs. 2 Ds. Say that. 1 A. 1 G. 2 Ds. Okay. Once again. 4 Ds. Say that. 2 Gs. 2 Ds. 1 A. 1 G. 2 Ds. All group is of 4. 4 Ds. 2 Gs. 2 Ds. 1 A. 1 G. 2 Ds. I'm going to add a little background. This time I want you to sing along with me. You may touch the notes. I only have 2 hands, so I'm going to use 2 hands with my background accompaniment. Are you ready? Sing and touch. Ready? Let's go now. Here we go. D, 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 C, D again. D, 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 C, D number 3, D, 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 C, D number 4, D, 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 C. 2 Gs, 2 Gs. G, 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 F, G again. G, 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 F, G. 2 Ds, D, 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 C, D again. D, 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 C, D. 1 A, G, A. 1 G, 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 F, G. 2 Ds, D, 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 C, D, 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 C, D. Okay, we're going to go through that together in the actual practice video for Orffin Blues. While we're here, I want to sing the B sections and the C section for you. So the structure of the song Orffin Blues, we have an A section. Everyone plays the exact same thing. B sections, sopranos switch to the new melody, sopranos and metals, excuse me, while the altos, basses, and contrabass bars played the same A section pattern again. 4 Ds, 2 Gs, 2 Ds, 1 A, 1 G, 2 Ds. So you play that whole A section pattern again. And then we all switch back to the A section again, where the sopranos and metals jump to the original A section. Altos, basses, and bass bars, you play the exact same A section pattern again. So the good thing about this for us as performers, it's a lot of repetition. But we shape it in a way that the audience doesn't get bored because we add new elements, right? So here's the last section. It's our C section. Everybody say C section. It's the third new section. Sopranos and metals, you're going to stay on our A section melody. Contra, bass bars, bass xylophones, and altos, you are now switching to a new counter melody. So listen to the B section, soprano and metal melody. Let me get my note. D, F, G, A, C, D, 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 C, A, G, F, D, 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 F, G, A, C, D, 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 C, A, G, F, D, D. Listen for the stretch notes. D, F, G, A, C, D, D. D, C, A, G, F, C, D. Excuse me, that's two D's. If you notice, I stretched out the G every time. It's going to keep you in time. Eventually, we're going to switch this for counts. 1, F, G, A, C, D, D. Wait. D, C, A, G, F, D, D. Number 2, 2, F, G, A, C, D, D. Wait. D, C, A, G, F, D, D. Number 3, 3, F, G, A, C, D, D. Wait. D, C, A, G, F, D, D. We're back to the A section now. D, 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 C, D. And we play that A section. Okay? So you're going to learn that B section with me. We're going to practice that together and with your teachers. While we're here, the last thing I'm going to do is sing the C section for the altos, basses, and contrabass bars. So if you're playing that part, this is going to be yours. It may look tricky, but once we get the pattern and flow, it's going to be actually very easy. So listen to me. Here I go. D, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. Bop, 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 bop. D, F, G, A, G. Together, I feel the groove. And D, F, G, A, G. I'm slowing down. D, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. And together I feel the groove. That's D and A. We got D, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. Do it again. D, F, G, A, D. And together I feel the groove. Back to the A section. D, 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 C, D. There's a lot of repetition. You need to know your A section part. Everybody plays the same thing. Sopranos and mezzos learn the B section melody. Altos, bass bars, and contrabass bars learn the C section melody. And with the C section, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it again. We're going to replace the first note of the pattern with the number. Listen and remember. 1, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. I feel the groove. Here we go. 2, F, G, A, G. Again. D, F, G, A, G. Excuse me. D, F, G, A, G. I feel the groove. Number 3. D, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. D, F, G, A, G. Together I feel the groove. Back to the A section and bum, bum. So I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to let you listen to it at a moderate tempo. So we're not going to perform it this slow, but I don't want you to practice it this fast. So just listen to the different sections of Orffin Blues. Here we go. D, 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 C, D. Everyone's playing together to the G and G. Again, G. 2 D's. D. 1 A, 1 G. 2 D's. Do it again. We're going to repeat. Sing this time. Go. D. 2 G's. Look ahead. G. Sing the notes. D. Look ahead. Jump into your A. Jump to your A. Here we got now. A. G. 2 Ds. Do it again. B section, sopranos and metals. D. Everybody, A section. Here we go now. Ding. Say the notes. A. 2 Ds. Repeat, repeat, repeat. D. C section. Here we go. D, F, I feel the groove. I feel. Back to the A. So in real life, we'll go back to the A. But on my notation, we stopped right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's the introduction to Orffin Blues. I hope you get to feel the music and start to enjoy playing it, because we're going to play it a lot. I want you to practice it over and over and over. And once it really starts to fly, you're going to see that it is really an amazing piece. And I have a special surprise called improvisation, but everything's going to work out fine with that. Okay, so this is your introduction video. These are going to be long videos. You have several months. I expect you to watch them. Now let's go through and practice each section together.